Hi guys, we are going to go over how to create our first document here in InDesign. So how do we do a couple of these things? First off, we need to have InDesign 2021 open. The way that you can open this is making sure that you have Creative Cloud open as well. So if you go to Creative Cloud, which is right here, you'll be able to see all the apps that you have. On your computer, you should have the main three we work with, which are Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. If any of these need updates, you can update them from Creative Cloud, and from here you can go ahead and click open and open up any of the apps you want to work with. Today we'll be working in Adobe InDesign, which is exciting. I want to show you guys how to create a new document in here. All you'll have to do is click on Create New. And when this window that says New Document pops up, you're going to go over to the right side that says Preset Details. Go ahead and change your document so you can actually name it to something you'll remember. So if I put, for example, something like this, I'm going to remember this. Make sure that you're naming your documents by whatever you are working on. So if you're doing a rough draft of an ASF or feature story design, that you're actually naming it correctly as well. In units, we want to go ahead and change it either to picas or inches. When we work in graphic design, we're working with usually either of those measurements. It's going to be 8.5 inches by 11 inches. When we are creating a spread in InDesign, we're going to want to change the pages to 2 because we're 2 pages, right? So that's a spread. And our start number is going to be 2. The reason we change our start number to 2 and not keep it as 1 is if you were to keep it as 1, you're going to have 2 separate documents that are 2 separate pages instead of being side by side next to each other. Make sure you click on facing pages as well. From here you can change things like the columns that you have. For now, I'm just going to change it to 3. Our margins are going to be 0.5 all around. And then you can also change things like our bleed and our slug. I'm going to make the top and bottom of the bleeds 0.125 inches. And right over here you can unlink, so that way you can change each one of these. If you link and you put in a number for one of these, it will change all of them. So we're going to go ahead and unlink. The inside we're actually only going to be doing 0, and then the outside we're going to keep as 0.125 as well. The slug we don't need to worry about, so we're going to go ahead and click on the Create button. So in InDesign, this is what our spread looks like, right? If you go to the top corner over here where it says Pages, you can actually see your spread right here. If you were to select this button, Create New Page, you can actually create more spreads, which you will be doing later in the semester when you guys create your master book. If you ever want to delete a spread, just select it and then hit the little trash can so it can delete that spread as well. A couple things before we go ahead and create, on our document. Click on Essentials over here, and you can change the different way that your InDesign is laid out. So if I were to click on Essentials Classic, you're going to notice that we have a bar now at the top. You're going to notice that you're actually going to have more tools here over on the left, and your panel over here is also going to look a little bit different as well. So if you go back to Essentials, you'll notice like that. So if you're ever missing a toolbar, you can always just click under here and click on Essentials Classic. Another really helpful tool for you as you are setting up in InDesign is clicking on Window. Under Window, you're going to have a bunch of little things in here that you can click on that are going to help you navigate as you are designing better. So for example, if I wanted to use the stroke panel, I'm going to go ahead and click that, and you'll see this little panel comes up over here. This is going to allow me to change the weight of any lines that I were to make in here. And it's also going to help me change my color. You'll be working with CMYK values. So if I wanted to work with a specific color and change the CMYK values, I could do that over here. I can actually also do that over here as well. This is your fill, and then you also have your stroke as well. So fill, if you had a rectangle, for example, you know, and you want to fill it up with a certain color, I'm just going to double click on this. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with blue. And if I wanted to put a stroke around this, maybe I want my stroke to be lime green, I hit OK. If I go over to the stroke panel, I can actually change that and make that stroke on that box thicker. Okay? All right, let me go ahead and delete that. So Window does that for you. It allows you to open up different panels to work with. Sometimes you'll be needing to use text wrap. You can actually drag these panels over into this bar over here so you can easily grab and work with them. Okay? And that is how you would go ahead and set up your document in InDesign.